Hi, this is Mr. Royks, and I'm going to take you through downloading the app that we'll use for graphing the sugar content in beverages lab. And so we're going to start off things with collecting the app from the App Store. Okay, this is a free app. The free app is called Data Analysis, and so you want to download that from the App Store. Once you download it from the App Store and you open up the app, this is what the app looks like. It doesn't look like a whole lot. There are some functions underneath the keyboard that you can't see right now, but my keyboard is up. So what we'll start off with is naming the lab right here, or the file name. Again, you can call it what you want. I believe I chose it sugar content in beverages. Okay, so that's the first step there. Second step is plotting your data. And so your data points are, if you look at the lab, they asked you to put the percent sugar on the x-axis and the densities on the y-axis. So how you do this in data analysis is the x-axis, you will do the first one. And so at the first one, I wrote the number 1. Then I hit the space bar, so leave a space between them. And then for the y-axis, which is our density, I put in the value of 1.002. Okay, so that's what you do for each of the 5 xy coordinates. Once you've done that, you then are going to plot. And so if you look here, the plot button is right there, so if you touch that on your iPad, what you will see. So now what we have is we have the graph, and so the next step is to label our x and y coordinates. So if you look down here at the bottom, there's a little button with a graph and some dots there. If you click that button, that will open up a page that will allow you to label the XY coordinates as well as do a couple other things to the graph. So let's look at that. So there's our graph options. Okay, so you'll notice that I started to label the x-axis percent sugar, and I'll do the same for the y-axis. Okay, so there's percent sugar. I thought I was doing the y-axis next. There's a y-axis. I've now labeled that as density. And then what I failed to do, I should have done it, is title my lab. So my lab, my graph, I should have titled my graph as sugar content in beverages or something along those lines. So now you'll see I have my X label and my Y label. And the last thing I can do is, if I want to, under graph options again, is I can turn on the connect points. That won't be on initially, but you can turn it on. So now what you can do with this is you can take this graph here and you can screenshot it. You can screenshot it, and then you can go into editing, and you can edit it so you just crop the picture of the graph itself. Once you've done that, then you can, according to step number 2 on the data analysis, you can use the graph to estimate the sugar concentration in beverages. So you're going to use that to estimate the sugar concentration. So that's how you set up the graph for this particular lab. We'll discuss this further in class, but if you can, you'd be well ahead of the game if you can get this done ahead of time, so that all you have to do is now add in your estimations to the chart. Okay, hope this worked for you, and we'll see you in class.